So I went for a super happy vacation to go see my best friend, see his brother for the first time in 10 years after he got deported. And then we got there. It was going to be one of the happiest nights of my life.
Where specifically?
In Guadalajara. And then they were scanning all the passports for me, my husband, and my daughter. Theirs were fine. Mine had an alert. And so they took me into secondary inspection, and I was then questioned for probably an hour by two immigration officials about how much money I had on me, if I had any weapons training, if I've ever lived anywhere else, what languages I spoke fluently, other jobs I've had, questions that seemed to an immigration attorney to very much be like a national security screening type thing, which was horrifying because I make pickles and get green cards. I don't have weapons training. And so it just kind of went on from there, and then they said, okay, we have to escalate this to Mexico City, so it'll take about 15 minutes for them to respond. It probably took about an hour, and the whole time my family is standing there waiting, and my daughter's crying. I can see her crying, I can hear her crying, and I'm wondering, like, what's happening? Why is this happening? I'm a really, really, really well-behaved person. They were asking about criminal convictions, pending cases, all of these things, and I don't have any of them. So at the end of the conversation, I said, you know what? This is why I think this happened, because it became quite clear that it was not the Mexican government that put the alert on. It was they didn't really understand why it was there. They're like, we can't really tell you anymore. It's issued, and it's kind of like if your country puts that on you, they want you back for something. And I was like,
you see the U.S.
Yes. And so I have some questions for the United States. I don't really understand why they did that to me. And
this wasn't work related. You're saying
no.
This was vacation.
I left my laptop at home for once. This was vacation for 3 days
in Guadalajara.
In Guadalajara for a family reunification that I've been waiting to be a part of for 8 years. And I waited at the airport, slept on a cold floor, didn't get any water or food for 9 hours with a kid. So.
And you've gotten no communication from the U.S. government as to anybody in the Department of Homeland Security, anything like that?
They don't pick up the phone. No, I mean, even if they did pick up the phone, I would not get any information from them, because we've seen other experiences where this has happened, and they reference just some extremely generic, we have discretion to blah, 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 blah. They have discretion to do whatever they want. So that's why it's so terrifying. So right now, even though I started a binational legal organization, I have absolutely no desire to go to Mexico anytime soon, even though a large percentage of my chosen family and clients and programs are there. So this was horrible.
You think this is potentially because of your clients? The clients that you...
I think this is because of the litigation. I think that this is because we sue the government. They don't want us to sue the government. We've seen other individuals for example, in Muslim civil rights, those attorneys have been stripped of all kinds of things. They just want to sort of chip away at your ability to represent. They're not going to take your bar card or burn your office down, but they're going to prevent you from accessing your client. They're going to prevent your client from accessing you. They're going to make you have to travel 8 hours in line versus 40 minutes if you have Sentry, because they could take that away. So there are just all of these little ways that they can just sort of chip away at your ability to be an effective advocate in a system that is completely stacked against them.
And have any of your clients, have you spoken to any of your clients since this has happened? Is there any clues on their end? Nothing?
No, I don't think it's the clients. I think it's the class action lawsuits. I think it's that we're pointing out gross, flagrant human rights violations being committed by the U.S. government, and they don't like that. So.
And you got back, what, an hour ago?
No, I haven't gone to the bathroom yet. I'm right here. Hi.
So what's your next step? So
I'm going to go home and sleep. I haven't slept in 36 hours, and I've eaten a cookie that a really nice flight attendant gave me. So this has been super stressful. I need to talk to my daughter about everything that happened. She was terrified. She was crying. This was so unnecessary.